Another very cool decal. Look at this. Toxic embracing the winter Christmas spirit. He's got the gingerbread decal on. Y'all let me know, is this something that's also in the shop at the moment? Or is this something from like a previous Frosty Fest maybe and I just didn't pay attention? Also in the shop, look at this. They're throwing out some decals. As is update the UI. Thank you. Good comms. As is the Epic Way. Always throwing out some new decals in the shop. Toxic with a dispossession. A long clear. Get his first. Now in this match, Toxic is the invited player, and Vadyy, of course, qualifying through the open qualifier on Friday. So he is the underdog here. But we've seen all day, the underdogs have kept the matches close. Taken some games and pushed their opponents. That's right, Vadyy was represented Portugal, right? Was in the FIFA E World Cup. Coming off some previous LAN experience. This is going to be a tough match. Toxic, similar to what we said in prior matches, is one of the world's best 1v1ers. With that air dribble, he'll take 2-1 lead. Kickoff goal for a third. That's right, and 2v2s. Recently won the ATR Cup with Oski as a teammate. Toxic's definitely a player that I think is underrated. Does not have, does not have the name recognition that some of his peers do. That I think he is on par with. But this could be a big season for Toxic. Oh, that's well done. Vadyy creating something out of a chaotic situation there. Both he and Toxic just kind of floating awkwardly right outside the blue box. But the flip reset allows Vadyy to quickly accelerate the shot to the top side. Cut the deficit to 1. Toxic will quickly reclaim a 2-goal lead. Lots of time left. Both players having no problem scoring in game 1. It is pretty ridiculous how quickly Psycho clears and Psycho saves just became like a very constant and common part of the meta. It's more so in 1v1s, of course. But it is so incredible. Obviously it has existed for a while, the mechanic, but it wasn't really it wasn't something that pros determined like worth the risk. But it feels like maybe a year and a half ago or 2 years ago is when pros like decided, hey, this is worth it. We are good enough to hit this. And it feels like it was nearly immediately implemented. And, you know, not long after, as I said, just kind of became just a common part of the meta. Toxic with an aggressive challenge in the deep in the offensive corner. Always high risk play. Vadyy will put in his third. Yeah, that's right. It is. I mean, obviously the moves are very different, but like zap dashing, you know, one person can show, you know, the benefits of adding that mechanic to your game. And then very quickly players, you know, they all begin adopting it. But it's just that it's kind of that pendulum swing, or oh. Vadyy. Flip reset. Finds the far side. Now it's Toxic. As the clock winds down, we'll find a slow play. Reclaim the 2-goal lead. And you know, that's an aggressive dive, but Vadyy just doesn't have many choices left. He's got to put pressure on Toxic immediately. There was so much distance between them. You know, he's afraid that if he backs off and turns to shadow defend, Toxic can just run the ball around and continue to waste time. This may be directly on target. Wow, Toxic. Able to put in an 8th. Has extended the lead late in game 1, but I don't think it tells the full story. As I said, many times games can slip away from a player as they desperately try to put something on the board for a comeback. Strong game 1 for Vadyy. But he will have to improve his game if he wants to take down Toxic, who's up 1-0 in the series. Vadyy cuts down the space. Toxic with a extremely delayed flick. Would have been a pretty one, but obviously slowing things down to that degree gives opponent plenty of time to position and react properly. Toxic knows he has a boost advantage. Waiting for the time to strike. Another flick attempt, this time saved by Vadyy. Done well, surviving on low boost, and now has turned it into a possession opportunity. Oh my goodness. Lots of power on the flick. Too much, actually. Toxic has just absolutely ripped one from deep. I know I mentioned it in the prior series, but this is such an underrated aspect of these high-level players and their game. All the basics, all the fundamentals. They do these things to such a high degree and such a a consistent level. Great save, Vadyy. It cost him quite a bit of boost. He's got about half the tank left. Toxic, early reset, double reset. Unable to corral that and put it on target, but that shot is weak. Vadyy needed to make something of that opportunity. He's not going to get those chances all that frequently. We've said it in the prior 2 series, but when you're the underdog and your opponent provides you with an open look, you've just got to make it count. Toxic, some hesitation, catches Vadyy flat-footed. Ooh! Ooh! Incredible control, Toxic. Landing that flip reset late in the air dribble, using it to direct the ball on target. 3 goals to the good. Huge kickoff win. Gonna win the race to the boost as well. While game 1 was a little back and forth, feels like Toxic has found his rhythm, playing extremely confident right now. Vadyy, low boost dribble, decent flick. Toxic's made the save, and a big clear will push Vadyy back. Aggressive dive. Manages to make contact. Now it's Toxic from the midfield. Just a perfectly timed flick. He's read the opponent's challenge. You can see Vadyy is in clear sight over there to the right of the ball. And these guys, you know, that they can flick on command. They have what seems like perfect control. And when you are not hidden behind the ball, your challenge is telegraphed. It's easy for these guys to read. Toxic, able to put a 5th on target. Vadyy just barely lost control of things. That is all the opening that a player like Toxic needs. That flick has too much power. Vadyy has an open look for the rebound. He'll put in his first of game 2. "91 seconds on the clock. Certainly possible, but I think Vadyy will need a few good kickoffs and at least 1 or 2 solid possessions where he puts together a play that Toxic just cannot defend. Created some space, not much boost in the tank. Still a favorable position. Far post flick, saved by Toxic, and now it will be Vadyy getting demoed. Toxic rolls in a 6th. And while there is time on the clock, this looks firmly in control for Toxic. Toxic not satisfied with just dribbling the ball. He wants to dribble his opponent as well. Sidewall double, just off target. Vadyy with a chance. Maybe a flashy goal to build some momentum going into game 3. But once again, Toxic has made the save. Vadyy will get a second goal. Top shelf shot is good for number 2. But of course, it is far too late. Only 6 seconds on the clock, a 4-goal difference. Toxic on match point. Toxic right back to work. Man, he is just relentless. Big kickoff win. Does he want the side boost? No, he wants the immediate shot. Struck so well. Finds the far post. 5 seconds in, he's up by 1. Double reset for Vadyy. He's outplayed Toxic. It's off target. Oh my goodness. I mean, Vadyy, you can see there, we're on his POV. He looks away for a moment. The next thing you know, he looks back. The ball is rifled towards his net. Toxic playing a possession-heavy game, waiting for the proper opportunity. And when it comes, he is consistently putting together incredible plays. Look at this ground pinch to the far side. Able to lift it up as well, put it to the top shelf. For Toxic. Thus far, when Toxic has a lead, he has not given it up. And it looks to be more of the same. 3-0 for Toxic. Early challenge for Vadyy. He's found the outplay, but again, just can't get the shot on target in time. And Toxic does leave an opening. Recovers quickly to close it. Vadyy. Very advanced setup on this play. He's not even really progressing down the field, just moving laterally in his own half. Toxic will quickly take it away and accelerate things to the other side. Open look for a fourth. Toxic. Just comfortable, just confident. Not a whole lot to say. At the moment, Vadyy is struggling to generate any quality chances. I mean, realistically, he's struggling to hold on to possession. clear for Toxic. Will push Vadyy back to his own side, but this could be the start of a good play. Absorbs the 50, but incredibly quick recovery for Toxic. And the result is a 5th goal. Toxic he's come to play today. Left no doubt. Has just been the better of the two. Strong challenge win. Vadyy will get his first. And in 1v1s, you know, nearly a minute and 40 seconds left. That's plenty of time for a 4-goal comeback. But if you've watched this series, we're going to have to see some gameplay that we just haven't seen from Vadyy. Another big challenge win. But it's more of the same. Vadyy unable to get the shot on target before Toxic recovers. Seems like the problem is that it costs Vadyy too much boost to just outplay Toxic. So once he just can't follow up the outplay with a rebound shot or follow-up shot. At least not in time. Final 50 seconds. Vadyy in low boost. He will maintain possession and generate at least one more chance. Looking for a very flashy play. Maybe just wanting a clip as the clock winds down. 30 seconds left, Toxic. Just running this ball back and forth in his own end of the field. That will do. Toxic, a 3-0 sweep. He will be the final of the final player to move forward into the semifinals. Tomorrow, we will see Mozzarella versus Joriez and Nush versus Toxic. Oh, a reverse goal for Vadyy. Yes, sir. One final goal for the road, but a 3-0 sweep for Toxic. GG's.